live here. Uh, we are broadcasting with a heavy heart in regards to Dan Corrales. This is in honor of him, this special live, and we want to basically honor him and his legacy. Christy, you there?
Hi, Nino, I'm here.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Corrales. It was announced that he passed away today, and me and Christy, to be honest, I didn't think it would hit me like it did, and it actually did. Christy as well, even my wife, and this is for all my fellow Midlanders out there. We just want to pay our respect to the councilman at large, Dan Corrales. Christy, when you saw this pop up on your feed, what did you think about it? Go ahead.
Nino, I've been out and about today, really busy with some personal things going on. And whenever I got a chance to open up Facebook, it was the very first thing I saw. And whenever people use the phrase jaw dropping, that is I even thought maybe it was a hoax, that I wasn't reading something correctly. And whenever I saw that he had passed away, all I can say is that my heart was so heavy. Midland lost someone who really represented the community.
Totally agree. And Christy, you got some stats on him? Go ahead.
Yeah, so he was pretty much a lifelong Midlander. He graduated from Midland High School, went to Midland College before going to Brooklyn, where he became an attorney.
Wow, in Brooklyn, right on the East Coast.
In New York, yep. And he also was a veteran, a father, a husband, was helping raise his niece. And, just the interactions that we've had with him, just somebody that really cared about his community and things like that. And I can say that, I know of countless number of times that you and him have spoken, that he's offered support and all of that. And I kind of made a comment earlier to you that he reminded me of somewhat of a watered down version of you, because you all stood for a lot of the same things that would help the community, and where you had the voice, he had the power to make things happen. And I just think that it's a tremendous loss for the community.
Amen. And when you say watered down, we mean that in all due respect, ladies and gentlemen,
Absolutely.
Because I'm on a whole nother spectrum at times, and this man has to deal with the public. So we do mean that with all due respect. And
absolutely,
I'm going to just say right now, y'all, when I heard about this, I was shocked. Shout out Big Sam. He sent me the link, and within 10 minutes, we got the posting away. And we're not really going to touch too much on the conspiratorial aspects of it yet, because we do not have the full details of this. And out of respect of the family, we're going to kind of not touch on that. But we're going to have the lines open if anybody wants to call in, 432-217-0709. Christy, if you can pin that phone number. But ladies and gentlemen, again, Dan Corrales, I just want to, touch on it a little bit. This man right here, my dealings with him were with the Madeline case. And basically, he's the only man that came out in support of the whole situation. And to be honest, before I get to that point, I just want to go ahead and highlight these other issues, the memorial and whatnot. I'll go with the Madeline situation after we go to this section. Christy, they're going to have a memorial for this man. Is that correct?
Yeah. So at the, I just want to make sure that I get it correct. It's at the, what did I say, Nino? The county courthouse. The Midland City Council Chamber.
Okay.
They have a memorial set up for him in City Hall, and it's open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for this week only. I saw some pictures, and there's some pretty flowers and candles lit and things like that. But, I'm not even from Midland, and I just remember the way that he was for the city, and thinking, gosh, every city needs a Dan in their city, and what a loss it is.
Yeah, totally agree. And he was a veteran, right, Christy?
He was a veteran, and one of the things that I found most interesting about him was he was raised in Midland mainly by his grandmother, who was Aurelia Lily Corrales, who became the first ethnic minority elected official to city council in 1982. And she served District 2 until 1989.
Wow, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man was, I mean, he was a father as well. Again, we don't know the circumstances of his passing, how it happened, y'all. But trust me, we are on this. Many people are giving us, leads and information. But again, we're not going to post anything that is not, actually validated. Like I said, we won't touch too much on the conspiratorial issues. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why. This was kind of I was kind of nervous jumping on here, but I digress. We prayed and we said we're going to go live, but we don't want to touch too much on it, but we will speak on some backlash that he received and also his firm stance in Midland, where he became, I don't want to say a target, but basically, he was not liked for, his stance. And we'll touch on that in a minute. What I want to bring it to now is the Madeline Pantoja case. That's the one that we were active in. And this is actually what I was talking about earlier. Somebody actually commented on this post on the Advocate, and I went ahead and reshared it. This man came out probably 10, 11 o'clock at night when we were protesting in Midland. The mayor of Midland did not come out. No other city official came out. Dan came out, and I'm not going to lie, I kind of put his feet to the fire, for lack of better words, because he works for the city, works for us. And, I asked him certain questions. I was, trying to get answers for the family, and he handled himself professionally. I give him props because, like I said, I did, hold his feet to the fire for answers for, this family, and he handled himself well. I'm good at, I'm known to debate people, and the way he responded back to me, he did a great job. And I'm going to be honest. He told the father of Madeline right here that he would contact him in the morning at a certain time, I believe, and Ruby, Madeline's cousin, actually confirmed, Chris, you remember this, that he did hold on to his word. That's when I really respected him, y'all. He did hold on to his word as far as answering Madeline's father's phone call the next morning. So we tip our hats to Dan for doing this. It showed me a lot about this man, and there's other situations I'll go down the line as we go, is where I really respected this man, in the city of Midland. But I'm going to play a little bit of the clip of him being out here and speaking to the family, and I do this with all due respect to Madeline's family and the Corrales family, because I just want to highlight, someone I believe is a hero. I mean, a veteran. I mean, someone that served the community well, Dan Corrales. And like I said, it's, put up or shut up, in my opinion, the way, I look at things. And this man, he didn't just talk. He came out here and he walked the walk, y'all. So let's play this.
And Nino,
go ahead.
Nino, before you play the file, just so that everybody knows, he wasn't just he just wasn't a councilman. He had just been he had just accepted a position with the DA's office. Also, he was on numerous non-for-profit organizations, including the Bynum School, Rotary Club, Lions Club, Meals on Wheels, and Midland Community Theater.
Okay. Thank you for that. Let's go ahead and play this clip, ladies and gentlemen.
Ese cabrón anda libre, ya se robó 2 mujeres. Entonces, ¿por qué están ahorita esperando todavía unos permisos para entrar a revisar en las casas de ellos? ¿Por qué están 8 días? 8 días están.
Si tienen datos, si pueden ir a un juez para decirle, ok,
exactamente,
tenemos esto, ¿por qué no podemos entrar?
¿Por qué?
¿Otro día?
¿Entendido?
8 días?
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué 8 días? Y luego ahorita le hablé a la muchacha y ¿qué está pasando? Y luego digo, ¿qué? Le dije, ¿qué está pasando con los papeles para que entres a esa casa y te metas? Ya hemos ido 3 veces ahí.
Dígale dónde está,
Y ahí,
no ha ayudado a buscar a Marilyn.
¿Mande?
Dígales por qué no ha ayudado a buscar a Marilyn.
Porque están hablando mucho contigo.
We can't post nothing on Facebook porque de volada hablan que nosotros los posts que estamos haciendo en Facebook están haciendo que se atrase el caso. Every time that we post something, it's making the case slow down. He has not had no updates.
Nothing.
No updates. We don't know if they've arrested him, if they let him go. We don't know if he's been questioned. We don't know anything.
Okay. Here's what I can tell you. My job as a council member is to take your concerns and pass them on to the people that are doing the job.
Okay.
That is your form of representative government, right? We represent you. I'm an at-large councilman. That means I take the at-large gripes. That means everything that happens in the city, y'all should be able to contact your elected officials.
You work for us.
Absolutely, I do.
Okay.
That's how it works. You vote me in, and if you don't like the job that we're doing, you vote us out. I get it. I will find out tomorrow morning
What time?
where we are. I will come down here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
I'll call the chief of police and just ask, hey, I need an update on this. The public wants answers. Mi nombre es Jesus Daniel Corrales,
What is your position?
city councilman at large.
What district?
At large is the whole city.
Okay. Who's your boss? Who's your boss? Who's
The people.
No, but who's above you? What other position is there above you? The mayor?
No, we have a council manager form of government.
I have
There's
a
7
question.
council members.
I have a question.
We all have an equal vote.
Where's the mayor right now?
I can't answer that. I can't answer for other people. What I can tell you is once I saw that y'all were here, I started driving down here.
We appreciate that.
Because you deserve answers. You
We do.
deserve an elected official that is going to come here and talk to you and not just say, well, I'll deal with it tomorrow.
See, there's a problem though that we have, right? We understand an investigation takes time, especially if they lower it up. They have constitutional rights. They have their civil rights for due process. The point is this though. We know the MPD, how they have treated us before. We know the incompetence of the department. We know they're understaffed. We know this. We know they harass regular citizens for certain issues. We don't think they should. But the point is this though. We don't want to jump the gun, but at the same time, we don't want to lose opportunity with days passing and Madeline not being found. We don't want to lose opportunity to find her. But then again, we don't want to rush the investigation, but we don't have any hope in the MPD due to prior investigations and situations. They don't have a good track record with the people. And I got to say something. I'm not trying to be racial whatsoever. You know, I'm a Christian. I believe, you know, the point is this, though. What if it was a white girl that this happened to? You know, the consensus among my people right here is that Hispanic people are quiet. We like to work hard. We don't say nothing. But I got a question. And why isn't the city saying anything, helping us, city leaders or whatever? What if it was a white person, a white girl that this happened to? I think it would be a whole different situation. And I'm not trying to be racial. I just got to be realistic.
I'll tell you what, my grandmother was the first Hispanic council member in this city.
What was her name?
Oralia Corrales.
Okay.
And I grew up on the east side of town right next to Crockett.
We're from the
Back when
south
it was
side.
Crockett.
We're from the south side.
Okay. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
I understand your concerns. Growing up where I grew up, I know how you feel. I'm not going to say you don't have a right to feel that way.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel?
I have to do my due diligence and find out what are the facts, what happened, why did it happen? Is this standard? Would this happen in every other case?
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, then we have something to address.
Okay.
But I can't make a presumption or come to a conclusion until I have more facts. I'm someone who grew up from here. I became a prosecutor because I believed in representing the people and justice.
Amen.
But I have to get the facts before I come to that conclusion. Otherwise, it's just speculation. I don't blame you for being pissed. I don't blame you for wanting answers. What I'm saying is I will work to get them. I will talk to the chief of police and find out. There probably is something as far as the law, right? Stating what we can and cannot share. I get that. But there also has to be ¿qué podemos decir a usted? Para usted puede tener un poco de paz que estamos haciendo algo. Y si no estamos haciendo lo que merece, pues usted tiene razón cuando estás enojado. Más que enojado.
Well, I got a question real quick.
Yep.
How long does it take you to give us an answer? Why are you here at 8 days? Is there a process? Should you be here sooner? Why are you here at the 8th day? Shouldn't you? Is there a process of why are you here at this day? Because you saw us going live. Shouldn't you be here at or addressing us sooner than 8 days?
When things come to my awareness or come to my knowledge, yes. What I was informed.
So you were not aware of Madeline at all?
I was aware that the PD was investigating, and the information that was communicated to me was that they were working with the family and had communicated with the family. The fact that you're telling me that they haven't, that I didn't know. To my knowledge, they had been working with the family to continue this investigation. So the information that's given to me, I haven't heard from anyone. I put my cell phone number out on Facebook.
Look what he
I
does.
get on the radio. I was getting on Radio Genesis and talking in Spanish and putting out my number. There is a gap between how do I communicate to you as the public? How do you know that I'm the only Hispanic on this council that can speak to you in Spanish and that is willing to come out here? So I'll give you my number now. It's 432-557-2654.
Man.
I'll say it again. It's 432-557-2654. You can call me. I'm not going to hide from you. You deserve a representative that's going to say, I am here, I'm accessible, and I need to get answers for you. I get that. And I am. I will work towards that. Voy a trabajar para que en la mañana puedo decirle a usted, esto es lo que pasó, esto es lo que tiene que cambiar, y hemos faltado. Sí, hemos faltado. Lo siento, no puedo imaginar si yo tenía un hijo o hija que estaba desaparecido por 8 días. Entiendo el dolor, Señor. Te lo juro. Pero voy a dar mi número a usted, voy a agarrar su número, voy a estar aquí en la mañana para hablar con nuestra gente aquí de la policía para ver cuáles son las respuestas que merece para usted. Más que eso, esta noche no sé más qué puedo hacer.
I got a question. Why come we're out there searching the fields? Where's the police department? Where's any help? Why are we out there knocking doors? We have our own. We have our own drones.
I have to get those answers.
But I'm saying, we put our own drones in the air. We're paying for it. We're doing it at. Okay, and I'll kind of end it at that, y'all. I kind of want to see where he said some other stuff here. Oh, the law is for every man. You can't.
When it comes to, but I'm not saying that anybody's above.
I just want to say, y'all, hold on real quick. It just brought up so much, emotions from Madeline's case, and then, ladies and gentlemen, this guy's talking about getting answers for her situation. I think we need answers for his. Sis,
I agree.
And real quick, sis, he gives his phone number out. We were marching for hours. This is at the end of this. There was hundreds of probably 200-300 people out there. He came at the very end of it when he saw we were live. Nobody else came out to help us, y'all. He came out here. And, like I said, I was pressing his feet to the fire. I was trying to get answers for the family. And I believe he handled himself very well. I mean, I got to salute this guy. This guy is a hero. If we had more Dan Corrales in this country, we would be in way better shape. And you know what? I believe my wife even said she would vote for this man. If he would have ran for mayor, we would have voted for Dan.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to show this clip, y'all. It's on the Advocate. Man, it just brings back so much raw emotion from this night. And just seeing him come out of bed to come join us and come speak to Madeline's father. I mean, guys, that right there, this is Americanism. What do you call this? This is a community right here. This is a leader. This is a hero. And this is why I tip my hat to this man. Prayers and condolences to his family. He's a father. He's a veteran. He was serving the community, and he did care. So right now, I just want to take my hat off and tip it to Dan Corrales and say, man, we thank him for what he did for this community. Go ahead, sis.
I think that he does a lot of what you do, but was allowed to do it with other members of the council. He held their feet to the fire about unneeded taxes for Midland, the problems that you see that are going on within Midland. I'm not a Midland resident. All I know is that, through you, I feel like I know Midland and because we've dealt with so much of the corruption there and things like that. And I just think that he's an upstanding guy that really, really gave his all to his constituents, and rest in peace, Dan.
Amen. And so there he was, y'all. He joined us. Wow, like I said, that just brought up so many, emotions and memories of this time, and we're just glad that he came out and helped us because, again, the mayor did not come out. I heard she was not really a big fan of his. I've just got to be honest. They had their back and forths. No other council people came out to support the people. And again, I wasn't trying to be racist, y'all, with the pulling the race card, but this is a concern. And even Christy, you've kind of said it too when we deal with these cases on who gets somewhat of better treatment. I didn't want to be racial with it, but the people were concerned that, hey, a Hispanic girl, why is she not getting, any help from the police department, and that's why I did ask that question. And I don't want to be racial, but, we got to be realistic at times, y'all. So anyways, that was him coming out and helping with the Madeline case. He came out of bed, and I salute him for that. And I salute him for the way he spoke to me. He did it with respect. And yes, we were somewhat upset. We were, fed up at this point, but he did a very good job speaking to us. And we appreciate him for doing that. Anybody that called in earlier, call back. We'll answer it now. We just want to play that clip. And the next thing we're going to talk about is the taxes and what he was standing up against. Chrissy, what do you know about this situation, which I know a little bit about it living here, but what have you heard about the tax situation? Because he was on Nextdoor as of yesterday. This was kind of weird, posting, going at it with people, being adamant about the taxes in Midland, the Hotel Santa Rita. He was adamant against it. Again,
Yes.
I am against it. A lot of us were against it as taxpayers, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But he was standing for, I believe he even said fiscal conservatism, right? He's a frugal conservative. I saw his post, and he was basically saying that he didn't believe in the this taxation. And there's other situations in Midland where he stood against taxing the people. Go ahead, sis.
So I saw the same thing that you did, and then I did see that there was an article written that some people had asked for his resignation.
Yes.
And his response was, "I'm here for the people." That's not an option. I will let everybody know that there are many rumors going around the rumor mill right now. And we are not going to speak on how Mr. Corrales passed until there is an official report, because there's been several different rumors out there. So we just don't want to even discuss the manner of death. We're here to talk about the good that he did for the community.
Amen. And I will state this. This was posted on the Permian Insider, a letter to the editor. He was basically asked to resign due to his, the backlash he received from standing against the Hotel Santa Rita, right? And basically what happened is on the 27th, he wrote this letter to the editor and said that he would not back down. He would not resign. And he passes, I guess it was today, correct, sis? Was it today? He passes days after writing this letter to the editor. That's why some are alarmed and, thinking what's going on here, that this happened. It's just kind of weird timing, to be honest. We're not going to push any conspiratorial, rhetoric out there.
No.
But this is something that people in Midland are concerned about, that he was standing up against what we believe are tyrants in the city. Let's be honest. People with a lot of money and a lot of power. And he was the only councilman that voted against the Hotel Santa Rita, being used. I forgot the exact, the numbers on it. Don't, give me some grace and mercy, y'all. But he was standing against this, saying that basically it was a bad deal for Midlanders. And I even remember he wrote a actual article on this, and he broke it down how certain pages like, maybe in Midland and Odessa and all these other people that are pushing, propaganda saying that this is not going to give us a tax increase or not taxpayer money, something like that. He was basically saying that that's not true, that there are problems with this, this funding for this hotel, and that it shouldn't be on the taxpayer. Now, if it really is or not, to be honest, I'm not into economics. I don't really know how this works, but he was standing against the Hotel Santa Rita funding. I don't know how the city of Midland were to give the funds, but he basically stood against it, and this was a problem, I believe, and he even took his frustration out on Nextdoor. And my wife said he's always on Nextdoor arguing with people or standing up for the taxpaying citizen, in Midland. So he did write this article 2 days ago to the MRT, and he said he wasn't going to, resign. And days later, he passes. So there's the number, y'all, 432-217-0709. The lines are open. Again, this is just a special live for Dan Corrales, y'all. We're just, just remembering what the good he's done in Midland. Sis, we talk about, again, the memorial is throughout the week, correct?
It is. It's 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's there to honor him. And I don't think that Midland could have had a better representation than Dan. I really agree with him with, like you said, his frugal conservatism. You've talked a lot, Nino, about the taxes and all of these things, about how they're hiding it from the Midlanders, and it's sad. And he was bringing light to it, and that's exactly what should happen. And I don't think that he would have resigned, and he made that clear. And so, with that being said, we're not going to speculate on anything. We're not going to go with conspiracy theories until we see, an official report. But his family deserves this time to mourn.
And like I said, we just tip our hat to him for not being someone that just goes along with the flow, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I don't want to be too much talking about policies and taxes and all that, but this was a highlight of, the latter part of his career. He was standing against this stuff, y'all. And this was a big fight in Midland, to be honest. And we got to talk about it because he was into politics. But this was a big fight between, I would say, people in the city of Midland that some don't want to use tax-paying money for certain, situations, even the schools and all that, which some oppose the schools, some didn't. I digress. The point is, y'all, he was in a lot of these situations standing for the tax-paying citizen. And I believe from reading his article that we basically were on the same line as far as the way we thought about, money. The way I look at it is simply this, if we don't have the money, then why are we going to fund things? I don't want to bring the Bible into this, but the Bible is very clear. Debt is wrong. Why should we go into debt? The borrower is slave to the lender. To me, I think we shouldn't be funding anything if we don't have the money to outright pay for it. But again, him dealing with these issues was very eye-opening, to say the least. Let's take this call. You're on the Advocate. Hello. Hold on. Let me try to get you in. I'm sorry. Let me make sure we're lined up over here. Hello, you there? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, you're live. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hey, this is Wendy. I saw that you were doing a show to commemorate Mr. Corrales.
Is this?
And I just wanted to call in, and
I'm sorry. And Wendy, do I know you? Is this the Wendy I know?
You do.
Okay.
You do, yes. This is Wendy. You know.
Hi, Wendy.
God bless you, sis. Okay, the floor is yours,
Hello.
Wendy.
Hi, Christina.
The floor is yours, Wendy. What do you like to say about Dan?
Well, I knew Dan from a couple of different places. I met him in the Hispanic Chamber. Hispanic Republican, whatever. Hispanic Republican, I can't even think of it now. Okay, but I met him there. And I've talked to him over time, and I think that, our paths just kept crossing, right? And I found that he had a base appreciation for the everyday person. And from when I talked to him, he would get involved with different parts of our city and the workers at their level of operation and ask questions and find out, what could the city do better? And I appreciated that about him. And just from that, I appreciated who he was as a Christ bearer, because to me, that's a Christ bearer. And somebody that would, didn't matter, who you were and what your station in life, he was going to be good to you.
Wendy, and I got to interject. I believe you, because I don't know if you saw the clip with him coming with us with the people for searching for Madeline. He came out with us, and he was there with us with his sleeves rolled up. So I would agree that he does seem like a person that would go out there with the people and not just hide in the office all day. You agree?
Yeah, I just don't believe that was who he was. And again, I wasn't a great pal of his, but I did run across him frequently, I guess, frequent enough to say he was a genuine character, and not just a character, but a genuine. He had genuine character.
Wendy, were you following along the situation on the next door when he would go back and forth with everybody on these tax issues and the spending?
No, just really on the periphery, because I just, I can only take so much next door out.
Yeah, that's another topic in another day. Okay, and Wendy, yeah. So you would agree that this man was a hero in Midland? Would you agree with that statement?
I think that he was a person. Yeah, I would think that he's a very much a person for the people.
Wow,
that's what I would say. I think that's strong.
Amen.
And we don't have enough of that.
Yeah, I believe if we had more Dans, this country would be in better shape.
Yeah, I think that, we would all just be on a better footing. I'm just still reeling from the other thing downtown. So I just,
Yeah, it's a whole other topic.
Can't get my brain around that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no. But
All right.
so bless Dan, bless Dan, and may he rest in peace. My sympathy for his family, and I commend just peace and comfort to all those who know Dan.
Amen. Well, thank you, Winnie, for calling in. God bless you, sis.
Right.
I'll see you around.
You bet. God bless you. All
Okay.
right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
432-217-0709. Let's read this comment. Yeah, I heard him on K-Well a couple times. Daniel says, I listened to him on K-Well every week. He was the real deal, didn't hide, and I didn't think the inner circle of Midland didn't like him. And he mentioned that before on K-Well radio. Again, like I said, that was part of his legacy, that he was going against the grain. I know some people, even people that I affiliate with myself, on Facebook or whatever, friends, someone even said today that they didn't really, agree with everything that he did or whatever, right? But they said that something along the lines that they respected him, and that, hopefully everything is on the up and up on this situation, and, prayers for the family. Go ahead.
Usually the people that are doing the right thing are not very well liked.
That's right. Totally agree, sis. So there it is, y'all. 432-217-0709. If anybody wants to call in, and the lines are open, and we'll stay open for a little bit longer. And we just want, like I said, just give our props and respect to Dan Corrales. I believe he's a hero. He was a veteran. He served this community very well. And again, dealing with national politics, y'all, I've actually taken my focus off of that, and I've really focused on the local issues. And to be honest, Midland has issues, and I think they need to be addressed. And it's very sad that we lost someone like of the caliber of Dan Corrales, because I believe he was in there, doing the correct thing and the right thing. And maybe, of course, that's why he probably wasn't too much liked by certain individuals. I'll leave it at that. But he was doing the right thing, in my opinion. And as I seen him go along in his work for the city, I really came to respect the man for being a man of his word. And like I said, with the Madeline situation, he told the father that he would be there, or would answer his phone call at 7 a.m. And again, I will repeat, he did do so. That was verified by a family member of Madeline, and he kept his word. And where I come from, your word means everything. Go ahead, sis. Sorry.
I just wanted to say I found out a little bit more of his credentials.
Okay.
He was working as a fire safety director for a property management company in New York City on 9/11. He knew some of the firefighters and paramedics killed in the World Trade Center.
Wow.
Whenever he attended law school, he was a paralegal as a student for the prosecutor under the U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch. And he ended up with an international law degree.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy was, pretty high up there,
He
y'all.
did a
This
lot.
is a pretty accomplished man here. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, y'all, that's Dan Corrales, y'all. We just want to come on here and give our flowers to him. And of course, we want to honor him and what he did for the community. And I just can't shake it, y'all. Just something about this, it just struck me as a father, even my wife and Christy as well, and many across, Midland, Texas. And I just got to be really honest. When I heard this, I just, even the person that sent me this info, we're just kind of very, how do I say this respectfully, Christy? We're very,
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
we're very, we don't trust this city. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We don't trust certain officials. We think that there's a lot of money, of course, here in the city, a lot of power moves being, made in the city. And when this came across our desk and we found out that Dan had passed, y'all, I honestly, I just think something is not right here. And
I think
that's all I'm going to say. I don't want, like I said, go ahead, sis. I have to be honest with my people, and I can't just be on here, with a straight face, not saying what many of us feel. Something is not right here. Go ahead.
I feel like that Dan really wanted checks and balances, and that's something that every city should want. You should want to, everything should be transparent, and I feel like that's what he was trying to provide to the Midlanders, and I believe that people didn't want transparency or checks and balances, and just, he did the best that he could for his people, and he's going to be greatly missed.
Yes, totally agree, because what I say about that, y'all, it takes a certain kind of man with backbone to take a stand against, I guess, the crowd, right?
I mean, exactly. If you're one of however many, and you're the only one and you're standing alone in a corner, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to stand with your convictions and your beliefs and things like that. And that's what he proved to do.
And I guess just the reality of the matter is that, we lost somebody that was basically a Midlander, was serving the community and was out there. A lot of us got to meet him more got to deal with him more than what I did. But from what I dealt with him, he was an honorable man. And like I said, we just respect him, and we're very sad and that this had happened. And it was very shocking, to say the least. And I just want to say this. If there is anything weird about this, let me go ahead and close this out. Y'all can get ready to close this out, ladies and gentlemen. I just got to say something real quick to my city. We send our thoughts and prayers to the family of Dan Corrales, but I give my word to my city and everybody watching me now. And I don't want to say not that it means nothing, because it means something to me, but if there is any foul play involved here, if there's anything out of the ordinary happening, best believe not only will we be on it, we are currently on it as we speak. I don't want to touch on too much of what more that I know, but I'm just going to say this. The way that Dan said that he would, demand answers for Madeline, if there's something weird here, y'all, we're going to demand answers for Dan.
Absolutely.
The way he stood up for Madeline, I'm going to stand up for Dan. And like I said, if we find out anything is suspicious, we are going to pursue this with all we got. And I don't want to sit here and brag or boast, but if you know how I operate, I'm not playing games. And I just want to make this very clear. I'm hoping that everything was, on the up and up. I don't want to add to no more speculation, but I have to say this and say it right now. If anything has happened weird in this situation, we're going to be on that mission to uncover the truth. Final words, Christy, go ahead. I just had to say that.
I've told everybody in the chat that we are not going to address rumors or hearsay at this point until an official report comes out, but we've got our eyes and ears into everything. And, that's what this advocate platform was set up for the people of Midland and West Texas. Yeah. And that, we're here to help. We're here to report. We're here to offer the truth, the best truth that we can. And, just like I said earlier, just rest in peace and prayers to his family and the city of Midland, because they lost a great man.
And it's kind of interesting. We have him on the page right now on the Advocate, and we will advocate for him and his family if need be. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to say from Midland, to all my Midlanders out there, just our heart is heavy for this passing. I can only imagine what his family's going through right now. I mean, losing a father, a husband. I mean,
it sounds like that.
Horrible.
It sounds like Nino, that he, had following a lot of places from New York. I mean, I'm in Florida, Midland, Texas. I'm sure there's a lot of people mourning his death right now.
Yeah, sad situation. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us on the live. Again, like I said, as soon as we find out any info, we will update as soon as possible. We only want to push factual, fact-based info to the people, and that's what we're going to continue to strive to do for Midland, Texas. Thank you, everybody, for watching now and on the repeat. Again, our condolences and our prayers and thoughts are to Dan Corrales' family. Man, we tip our hats to, I believe, a hero from West Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Go ahead, sis.
And if you have any information that you need to get to Nino or myself, you can reach us on many of Nino's platforms. He's on Instagram at Nino America. He's the Advocate. He's got his own pages on Facebook, Nino America. And if you need to get us any information, then please do.
Send us any and all info if necessary. We are here for the community. And with that, y'all, God bless. Please take care of yourself and your family. and your loved ones. God bless you in the name of Christ. And we're out of here, y'all.